Hi, my name's Taryn. Thank you for following me on Follow the Fragrance. I've got a cool video for you today. Which kinds of colognes or perfumes should you wear to business meetings, suit and tie, formal events, maybe even weddings? That's another one. But if you're in a suit and tie, I think that you're going to want to steer clear of some of the more aquatic or maybe more romantic, sexy kind of smells. What you're going to be going for is something more masculine, more mature, and something that has some power, some wealth to it. So here are my top picks. These are the ones that I grab whenever I'm suit and tie, which is several times a week for my work. I'm traveling around to different cities, meeting with people at their offices, and I want to smell good all day long, but I also don't want to wear something that's a sillage monster or a projection monster. I'm not trying to make my clients think about what I'm wearing. I just want them to know, wow, he smells mature, he smells nice. You know, you only have one time to make a first impression, and I think just as important as the clothes you're wearing or the way your breath smells is the way that your body smells, and it's part of your hygiene and what people associate with good health. So let's get going. The first one I have for you today is Ormond Jane Montobaco Intensivo. The notes in here are air note, orange absolute, bergamot, juniper, clary sage, cardamom, magnolia, hedione, rose, violet, tea notes, tobacco leaf, isoe, suede, sandalwood, moss, tonka, and ambergris. This is a very harmonious scent. The initial spray, I sprayed this on my arm and sniffed it and hated it. I was like, what the heck is this, man? This belongs in the trash. Not so. I just had to spray it a few times and let it air out, and maybe I had been wearing something else on my arm, and that's very likely. I've got like 4 different scents on each of my arms right now, and I may have just sprayed it over something else, but first time I smelled it, for whatever reason, I wasn't a fan, but I love it now. You get this very crisp orange on that top note, and that orange mixed with the tobacco, the isoe, the sandalwood, the ambergris, it's just perfect wealth in a bottle. And speaking of monetary values, this is a 50 milliliter bottle. You can pick it up on their website for $245 for the 50 milliliters. It's worth every penny. It's a fantastic scent. It's what I go to a lot whenever I'm wanting to smell mature. And you can wear this if you're my age. You can wear it late 20s, early 30s. That's totally fine. You can wear this if you're 70 or 80. No problem at all. Let's get going to one of the next fragrances, which is one that's absolutely dear to my heart. And that would be Maison Francis Kurkdjian Grande Soir. The house is Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and I think this is one of the most phenomenal houses on the planet. And this is one of the most phenomenal scents on the planet, and definitely my favorite from that house. This is a must-have if you like amber fragrances. It's got a very strong amber, vanilla, and balsamic kind of smell to it. It's insanely rich, and this is not overwhelming. It does last all day. People are going to compliment this scent. This one is probably more mass appealing than the Ormond Jane, although both of them are great fragrances. I'm not saying pick one over the other. This is an eau de parfum concentration, as is the Ormond Jane. I believe there's only one on my list. There is only one on my list that's not eau de parfum, which means this is going to have some highly potent oils in it, and it's going to stay on your body for a long time. I have pretty dry skin, and if you can't tell, I've got very dry skin, and dry skin is not conducive for long-lasting fragrances. However, this lasts on my skin all day. This has Cistus labdanum from Spain, benzoin from Siam, tonka beans from Brazil, vanilla and amber accord. And to me, it's that vanilla, it's the amber, and it's the tonka beans, the benzoin. I mean, you can smell it all. It's an insanely refined, beautiful fragrance. You won't go wrong buying this. This is a 70 milliliter bottle, 2.4 ounces. Let me Yeah, 2.4 ounces for $165. And that's franciskurkjian.com. From that same house, from Francis Kurkdjian, we have Masculin Pluriel. I'm actually wearing that on my right hand right now because I was reading over the notes that were mentioned on their website, and several of them I had never picked out before. And this this fragrance is not overpowering. It is an eau de toilette concentration, which is the only one in my picks today that's eau de toilette, which means it's just got less oils in it, so it's not going to last quite as long. Although I find that this does last probably 6 to 7 hours on my body. This has grapefruit from California, lemon from Sicily, lavender absolute from Provence, soft leathery accord, cedarwood from Morocco, patchouli from Indonesia, and vetiver from Haiti. And if you want to know what I was struggling to smell, was actually the grapefruit. I just had never picked that out before, but it's there. Excellent fragrance. Now, this is a more recent purchase of mine, and I don't know why I didn't pull the trigger sooner. It's one that I wish that I had bought years ago, although, you know, you live and you learn. I love this house. If you saw that cap, you know what it is. This is Nasomatto, and the scent is Pardon. And this is just a powerhouse kind of smell. This is very mature. It's very warm and spicy. You have these subtly sweet notes in it as well. So what we have for the scent profile is magnolia and white flowers on the top, dark chocolate, tonka bean, and cinnamon at the mids, and the base notes are oud and sandalwood. All of the notes I love, and this from almost everything from this house that I've smelled is the most strong class act, in my opinion. This is a class act. It is just incredible, and not to mention, you've got this amazing little bottle. These are 30 milliliters, and they go for $135. Last but not least, I wanted to throw in one honorable mention, and unfortunately I don't actually have the bottle with me, but I do have a decant of it, and that is Carlisle by Parfums de Marly. This is green apple, nutmeg, tonka bean, rose, vanilla, and patchouli. And this is just a sexy, classy fragrance. Not too sexy that you can't wear it out to the business meeting, but sexy enough that you can wear it on a date. And in fact, I think any of these can be worn on a date, but not all date fragrances should be worn to the office. You don't want to wear something that has sexual, filthy kind of notes to the office, at least not the offices that I go into. So this has an insane fragrance. It lasts forever, and it is a fairly expensive bottle. You can pick up 125 milliliters for $350, I think, on parfumsdemarly.com. This honestly has a very strong tobacco scent to me. While it's not listed as one of the top note, heart note, or base notes, I think there's tobacco. Or at least it smells like tobacco to me. And it is a perfectly blended fragrance. You won't regret purchasing this. You could see this one to be leaning more to a winter fragrance. In Texas it gets very hot, and if you're in a suit and you're sweating, you don't want to wear something like this. At least I don't. I wouldn't likely wear the Ormond Jane either in the summer. I think the tobacco notes would just become too potent for me to wear. For summertime, I would wear Masculin Pluriel during the day, Pardon during the day, because while it's a very strong scent, it's not going to have an incredible presence to it. It's not going to have, it has great performance, but not a lot of sillage, so you're not going to be drowning people out, and in the heat, that scent just radiates off you. So I'd wear Masculin Pluriel by Maison Francis Kurkjian or Nasomatto Pardon. For night in the summer, I would be completely fine wearing Grande Soir. That'd be okay. But even nights here can be 90 degrees in the middle of the night, so you're still sweating a lot. Although this vanilla, I think, would cover a multitude of sins with me wearing this, because that's a very fresh and gourmandy type of scent. So I hope that you have tried at least one of these, and if you haven't tried any, you should do yourself a favor. Go over to your Neiman Marcus. I don't know if Neiman carries all these. I know they carry MFK, they carry the Parfums de Marly. I'm not sure if they carry Ormond Jane or Nasomatto, but I hope you can check these out. If you're interested in a decant, there are websites that sell those too. I'll tag some in the comment section, the description section below. Please like and subscribe, and I will go over each one of these in more depth, more detail in future videos. But for now, those are the 5 fragrances that I would recommend if you have suit and tie. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos on Follow the Fragrance. Thanks.